Almost a year ago, I made a top 10 list about video game villains. It was shit. Let's do it right this time.
When the devil is too busy and death's a bit too much, they call on me by name, you see, for my special touch. To the gentlemen, I'm misfortune. To the ladies, I'm surprise. But call me by any name, anyway, it's all the same. I'm the fly in your suit, I'm the pedal in your shoe, I'm the thief beneath your bed, I'm the bump on every head, I'm the heel on which you slip, I'm the pin in every head, I'm the thorn in your side, makes you wriggle and ride. And it's so easy when you're evil. This is the life you see. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need.
I love villains. I'm an enthusiast in evil, even though everybody conceives me to be a goody two-shoes. I have a fascination with all that is malicious, malevolent, and maleficent. From the evil laughs, to the monologues, to the final confrontations with them. God, I love villains. Don't judge me! Ahem. Anyways, I will be counting down my top 10 favorite video game villains. Emphasis on the word my. So don't be surprised when Bowser, GLaDOS, and Sephiroth don't show up. Got it? Good. Now, rules of the list. The villains can only be from video game fiction only. So unfortunately, no Megatron or Joker, cause they didn't originate from gaming. Only one villain from any franchise or single game, and only villains from games I have played and beaten. Now let the evil commence!
10.
Well, as you know, we have a special guest here today. It's the one, the only, the hero of heroes, Jack of Blades!
I have returned. After an eternity away from you all, Jack of Blades is back.
Pretty much the face of the Fable franchise, and the only character to be referenced in every single game, Jack of Blades takes the meaning of monster behind the mask to a whole new level. An ethereal being originating from some place called the Void, and inhabits a mask which he uses to mind control host after host, granting him immortality. His backstory and motivations are cryptic as all hell, but that's what makes him so threatening. You don't understand what he is, or why he's dead set on destroying the world. The rivalry that is created between the protagonist and Jack is also really well done. You're given a lot of reason to hate this guy. He has your village burned down. He gouges out your sister's eyes. He kills your father, imprisons your mother for years, imprisons you for a year, turns your own teacher against you, and kills your mother right in front of you. And this guy is worshipped as a hero throughout Albion. Jesus, if that's not enough to make you hate this guy, then, well, there's something wrong with you. Jack also has the benefit of what any good video game villain needs. Not one, but two boss fights. The first fight is when you fight him in both melee and magical combat in his humanoid form.
It was such a beautiful night when I filled your home with death. Do you remember?
and the final battle against him when he turns into a dragon. Oh yeah, Jack also turns into a dragon. That's pretty awesome. Invoking dread, rivalry, and leaving a permanent mark on the Fable universe, Jack of Blades slices his way to the number 10 spot.
Gods envy of power. Can you hear me? It is vital you cast the mask away. Weary, and the world will hold your feet. Listen to me. Destroy the mask now. Weary, and you shall be immortal. Destroy it!
9.
There are many things in this world that piss me off. One of them is hypocrites. Another is the manipulators of people. Put them both together and you got the prophet of truth. Oh God, the irony in this guy's name is enough to make Shakespeare turn in his grave. The supreme leader of the alien covenant, the prophet of truth, rules with deception, mercilessness, and no regret or second thought for his abhorrent decisions. Responsible for the war against humanity, costing billions of lives, all because he considers them an affront to the Forerunners, the gods who the Covenant worships. He is also responsible for the casting out of the elites from the Covenant, for his political benefit, and later attempted genocide because he no longer considers them useful. And to top it all off, after all his speeches and remarks that what he does for the good of all those in the Covenant. He actually is doing all this because he believes that activating the Halo rings will make him a god. Even though they're doomsday weapons, which he refuses to believe. Truth won't accept the truth. He sits back and lets others kill and die for him. He orders the death of any who do not bow to him, and he uses the faith of entire species to benefit himself. Can't help but admire the long-necked son of a bitch. The prophet of truth convinces me that he is worthy of the number 9 spot on my list. Asshole.
I am truth! The voice of the Covenant!
Asshole, you must be silenced.
Villains in the Dead Space series have been hit and miss. There was the religious fanatic Dr. Mercer from the first game, but he was a dime a dozen psychotic murderer, nothing we haven't seen before. In Dead Space 2... who was the villain again? Dana? Tideman? Ghost Nicole? The Necromorphs? The Dead Space series was missing a memorable villain. Then Dead Space 3 came along.
Brothers and sisters, the age of man is at an end. We have become too many with too little to go around. Corporations that we once trusted with our money have squandered it. The governments that we once trusted with our future have sabotaged it. To their eternal credit, we are dying. Fear not. There is a future. As promised by the prophet Michael Orton, the Black Marker has a plan for all of you. It will lift us up from our miserable existence, and we will become one, united in body and united in spirit. Our unity will be our salvation. We will live on, not as men, but as God. The Church of Unitology is waiting for you, my friends. Throw off the chains of this life and join us as the new one begins. I'm Jacob Arthur Danik, and I am this message.
Leader of the military branch of the Unitologist religion. Unlike other Dead Space villains, Danik really leaves an impression on you, making multiple appearances in the game instead of just a few, having actual conversations with Isaac, and forming a decent rivalry.
Testing. Testing. Hello, Isaac. I know you're out there, crawling around. You probably think I'm an overzealous crusader, that I'm mindlessly following the whim of an angry god. It's an easy conclusion to draw, and I don't fault you for it, but you may be surprised to know that I'm a man of science. A man of fact and reason, cause and effect. And soon, you'll understand that I'm right about everything.
Though not as threatening as, say, Jack of Blades, he certainly has character. And oh my god, does he like to monologue.
It's a very difficult thing, you know, undoing the damage man has done. Everything we touch, we contaminate, we corrupt. The markers had a plan for us, but we took what should have been a magnificent gift and perverted it.
Jesus, spare us the bullshit.
It's nice to see a villain who's not only intelligent, but a philosopher. And a cold-hearted killer too, but you get my point. But what cements Danik as a good villain is his actor, Simon Templeman, who is also the voice of Loghain from Dragon Age, Han Garel from Mass Effect, and goddamn Kane from the Legacy of Kain series, placing Danik in the number 8 spot.
I've done it. I've finally done it. The darkness is at an end. Let the evolution begin.
I love this game! It's the greatest game of all time! Go buy it now! Ahem. Sorry. Anyways, Dragon Commander is a game full of colorful characters and unique situations, constantly introducing new surprises. So you can believe my surprise when I find out that my flying ship is powered by a huge-ass demon. Varaven, your ship has a demon for a heart named Corvus. He is both your greatest adversary and your greatest asset, responsible for the rise of your murdered father's empire as well as its downfall. At first, Corvus seems to be no more than another tool to use in your war to conquer Rivellon, with you and him coming to an arrangement.
Dearest dragon, so rash, so impetuous. But fine, I will tell you. All I want is blood. Thick, sweet, dripping ruby blood. It nourishes me. It sustains me. Give me lease to walk the dreams of your peoples. I devour them in sleep, and yours will be untold powers.
That alone makes Corvus a terrifying force. A demon who enters your dreams, Freddy Krueger much, and hungers for blood. However, when you are at the brink of victory, Corvus turns the tables and uses all his powers to take control and empower your remaining enemies, as he desires only endless war to feed his bloodlust.
Have you come in search of my powers, dragon? Oh, you are woefully too late. I have spent them all on myself. My every thousands of cells. Blood magic. Yes. I am the one who roams the many.
What makes Corvus such a unique villain is that you can talk to him at any time. Your arch nemesis doesn't just occupy the same ship as you. He is the ship, and you can talk to him at any time. And it is so satisfying when you defeat Corvus and listen to him mourn in defeat.
It is impossible. Impossible that I have been beaten. I who was so many, reduced to one, and yet in the servant I had foreseen, I find my undoer. May Maxos end me swiftly, for such shame sears my soul.
So satisfying. The demon Corvus cements his place in the number 7 spot. This is the best game ever, go buy it now!
Six.
Shit. A repeating, genocide-committing, giant sentient kraken machine who has more quotes than a Shakespeare novel. That's the second time I've mentioned Shakespeare. What the hell is wrong with me? So, yeah. What's not to love? Harbinger is the word threatening incarnate. The oldest and most powerful of the Reapers, first introduced in Mass Effect 2. Controlling the insectoid race of collectors, he shows up to
Assuming control.
That will never get old. Constantly,
I am assuming direct control.
yes, that again, on the battlefield, commanding a specific collector soldier and making a far more dangerous foe. Every time Harbinger,
I am assuming direct control.
it's in the player's best interest to turn all focus towards him unless you want to survive. Being a Reaper, Harbinger is responsible for the deaths of billions, leading his fellow Reapers one cycle after the next to exterminate all life in the galaxy, including capturing and liquefying tens of thousands of humans to create a human Reaper. Everything about Harbinger is just threatening. His intentions.
That which you know as Reapers are your salvation to destruction.
His destructive power. His voice.
Human, you've changed nothing. Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater.
His quotes. Oh my god, the quotes!
Leave the dead where they fall. This hurts you. You are ignorant. We are knowing. The forces of the universe bend to me. I am limitless. You are bacteria.
Most quotable villain ever. Harbinger, a reaper we will most certainly be fearing at the number 6 spot. When you're a mob boss with godlike demon powers, there's little that can even hope to give you a run for your money. Enter Victor Valent, leader of the darkness-worshipping cult, the Brotherhood. Victor is actually able to overpower and outwit the seemingly unstoppable Jackie Estacado. Wanting to take the darkness from Jackie and use its powers to take over the world, Victor launches a devastating campaign against Jackie's mob empire and the darkness. With hundreds of Brotherhood soldiers, mystical darkness artifacts, and his own dark magic, Victor is actually able to not once, but twice capture Jackie and try to suck the darkness out of him. And he actually succeeds. Victor is one of the few villains who's actually a great challenge to the protagonist, gaining actual large victories over his opponent. Where other villains simply hinder the hero at times, Victor proves to be a dangerous opposition. What is also interesting about Victor is his personality as well, shifting from reasonable dealer.
I tried to give you an out, Jackie, so don't ever say you weren't given a choice. You brought this on yourself, and you've brought it on your family. I was only trying to help you. You won't die, Jackie. The darkness won't let you, but by the time you get out, your Aunt Sarah will be gutted and boned, and you'll have gained nothing. Think about just how powerless you are, because next time, I won't ask so nicely.
To classic insulting adversary.
You think I don't know the darkness is changing you, manipulating everything you do? It's going to control you, just like it always does with the weak ones. Makes you see things, doesn't it?
Too crazy pissed off.
Last chance. Will you give me the darkness of your own free will?
Fuck you!
Then not of your own free will. I'm trying to help you, but if you're too stupid to see it, I'll negotiate in a language even you can understand. Mr. Bragg, kill everyone in the mansion. Find the old lady and tear off both of her arms.
He also has a decent boss fight to boot. Victor Valent, cunningly making his way to the 5th spot on this list.
No! Don't give it to the darkness! Please! It will destroy us all! Yes! Take the siphon! Give me its power! You are nothing! You are unworthy! The siphon will consume you, torture you, send you straight to hell!
That's the plan.
You know what? I'm tired of these dark, serious, mature villains. Whatever happened to those self-admitting Saturday morning cartoon villains? Where's the humor? Where's the classics? Where's...
Whoopsie, sir. Butterfingers.
There we go! Talk about a fun villain. Dr. Nefarious is a robotic mad scientist who hates organic life forms, which he calls squishies. With his robot butler sidekick Lawrence, whom he has a hilarious, almost old married couple relationship with.
They cannot be allowed to meddle in our plans! Track them down and annihilate them!
Very good, sir. In the meantime, might I suggest engaging with safety so as not to kill any more troops?
It's not even loaded, you moron! Look!
He's funny.
Let's try this again! Night of the Living Squishies, Act 3, Scene 4. Ready on set?
I should never have quit dental school.
And action! You'll never take me alive, Quack! Time is under my control!
Oh, am I interrupting?
Lawrence! I'm rehearsing my epic romantic action comedy space opera!
Silly me, sir.
He's full of energy.
When I'm finished killing you, I think I'll rewind time. So I can do it again! And again! And again!
He's full of rage.
Unacceptable! I practically handed those squishies to you on a silver platter! How could you be so utterly incompetent?
He's full of ridiculous gadgets.
Say hello to...
Not the hypersonic brainwave scrambler.
the Hypersonic Brainwave Scrambler! Lawrence!
Right here, sir.
Ready the orb of gratuitous immobilization. How do you like my asteroid flinger 5000? I had it installed in the event I ever needed a super ironic death scenario!
And he has the greatest evil plan ever.
Initiate super wavy flashback effect! Thanks to you and your dim-witted friend here, I found myself drifting through the cosmos. Have you ever spent time on an asteroid? It's surprisingly boring! It was here I finally found what I had been missing. The Great Clock! With the clock under my control, I'll be able to wrong all the rights in the universe. Every villain who has ever stumbled will get a do-over. Every protagonist's triumph will be reversed! Until finally, a new present is created, in which the heroes always lose!
And he also has a pretty good boss battle. Gotta love him for being evil. There was no way I couldn't put Dr. Nefarious on the 4th spot of the greatest video game villains.
How do I disengage the autopilot? Oh, come on! Snap out of it! Okay.
People of Pandora, this is Handsome Jack, your hero. We all know that ever since I took over your armpit of a planet, Pandora has been at peace. Until these pathetic Vault Hunters showed up, that is. Got a few tricks up my sleeve that I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise. Suffice it to say, Vault Hunters, I'm gonna kill you. You want to prove me wrong? You want to stop the greatness that is Handsome Jack? Well, come and get me.
Just a great villain. Handsome Jack has so much going for him. His global reputation over Pandora. There is literally not a single character in the game who doesn't mention his name. His self-obsessed persona. The way he constantly talks and interacts with the player. Even though with mostly insults and threats. You actually get to know Jack as a person, even though that person is truly horrible. Leader of the Hyperion Corporation, Handsome Jack has come to Pandora to bring in his words peace, seeking the power over the second vault on Pandora that contains the alien warrior, intending to use the warrior to destroy and kill all that he claims to be bandit scum. Throughout the game, Jack claims that he is the hero, that the player is merely hindering the good he is trying to bring. But that is Jack's self-glorifying nature.
I can't just have some psychopathic murderers getting to the vault before I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cute that y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not.
That even though he murders hundreds, if not thousands, of innocents, parents, children, and even his own personnel, he believes he can do no wrong. His true hypocrisy is shown when you are forced to kill Angel, your advisor from the first game and this one, who is also Jack's daughter, which he seems to truly love. He kills one of the original Vault Hunters, the character I played as from the first game.
But this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out. Lilith, take the vault key to Tannis. I'm going after Jack.
Sup?
You bastard! I'm gonna...
Language. What's that saying? Don't pick a fight with a man with nothing left to lose. See, I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose, and I got the most powerful siren on the planet to do it with. Lilith, kill the Vault Hunter. We've got a date to keep with the warrior.
Jack invokes a feeling that very few villains are able to provoke. Motivation.
I want to be clear about something. This isn't about Pandora anymore. It's about you. And me. I can never replace what you took from me, but murdering your Vault Hunter pals, destroying that flying city, hell, that's a start.
I, like so many other players before me, didn't care about the guns or the side quests anymore. All we could think of was, I have to take Jack down. Jack made it personal. And to top it all off, he's got a pretty decent boss battle too. So, Jack is number 3 on the list. Now let's watch that schmuck die.
No, I can't die like this. Not when I'm so close. And not at the hands of a filthy bandit! See, I could have saved this planet. See, I could have actually restored order. And I wasn't supposed to die by the hands of a child-killing psychopath! You're a savage! You're a maniac! You are a bandit! And I am the goddamn hero! The warrior was practically a god. How? How in the hell have you killed my warrior? You idiots! The warrior could have brought peace to this planet. No more dangerous creatures, no more bandits. Pandora! It could have been paradise!
This is the end, Vault Hunter. Either you kill Jack, or I'll kill him for you. What's it gonna be? That was for Roland, asshole.
Ah, much better. Few men ever have true power. I'm not talking about weaponry or physical strength. I speak of the one true power. Will. Will can find great discoveries, fulfill dreams, or build cities under the sea. Andrew Ryan held that power. Andrew Ryan, the founder of Rapture, a man of ideals, a man of respect, a man of true power. Andrew Ryan is truly a thought-provoking individual. At the beginning of the game, when you enter the utopia turned hell, it is assumed that it is the fault of its creator, that he is a tyrant who must be defeated. But as you progress, as you explore, listen, discover, and see, no, believe in the vision Ryan had, you see not a villain, but a creator whose creation was squandered and corrupted. And when you finally meet Ryan face to face, and you learn the truth, and hear his renowned speech.
Stop, would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys.
And witness his death.
Kill! A man chooses! A slave obeys! Obey!
Andrew Ryan is one of the greatest characters to ever come out of any fiction. If you haven't played the game already, play BioShock and meet Andrew Ryan, my second favorite antagonist of all time. I can't simply do him justice in my words alone. And we are finally here, my number one favorite baddie. But who could possibly be number one? Who could be the worst of the worst, the baddest of the bad? Well, before we find out, let's do a recap of the last 9 fantastic villains from gaming.
Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need. I pledge my allegiance to all things dark, and I promise on my damned soul to do as I am told. Lord Beelzebub has never seen a soldier quite like me. Not only does his job, but does it happily. I'm the fear that keeps you awake. I'm the shadows on the wall. I'm the monsters they become. I'm the nightmare in your skull. I'm a dagger in your back, an extra turn upon the rack. I'm stabbing pain, a southern star. And it's so easy when you're evil. This is the life you see. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need, and I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pay I'll ever need.
And my number one favorite video game villain of all time is...
It's your time, Master. Time to crash the party. Time to crush the Empire. Time to bring back the Black. Loose the minions of war. Because evil always finds a way.
How could this guy not be number one? Literally born evil and terrifying his village as a child, the Overlord later inherited his Dark Kingdom and army of minions, who greatly resemble gremlins from Gremlin. Just saying. Is destined to bring ruin to the Empire and rule the land. The best part? You are the Overlord. What better villain could take the number one spot than the villain that is not only self-admittedly evil, but you also play as? No longer are you trying to save the world from the Dark Lord. You are the Dark Lord trying to take over the world. You can commit vile acts without consequence. No longer is there moral choices, light and dark side, paragon or renegade. You choose whether you want to destroy, or just as equally evil, dominate. Raze cities to the ground, or enslave the peasants and watch as they slave away giving you resources. The Overlord is all-powerful. The Overlord is badass looking. The Overlord has an army of gremlin knockoffs to do his bidding. I kid, I love the minions. And the most important part of all, unlike every other villain on this list, the Overlord actually wins. No hero comes to save the day. None of the evil actions undo you in the end. The Overlord succeeds in his goal and conquers the land. The Overlord is also a pimp. He has 3 mistresses. Just saying. And that is why the Overlord from the Overlord franchise is my favorite villain in video games.
Because evil always finds a way.